Hi guys, it's Mallory again with Trendy Vintage Classic, and this is a follow-up to my first video on a beginner's guide to selling on eBay. Now, I want to remind you all, these are all very basic steps, so if you are an advanced seller, these videos probably won't help much. But if you want to learn how to make some extra cash and not have to put really any money into it, here are some ways you can do it. So there are a lot of different ways that I personally source, which means to go out and find inventory to sell for a profit. One of the first ways I want to talk about are estate sales. So I did go to an estate sale and found these vintage men velour fedoras. Come a little closer, you can see the detail there. And this one says Champ. And this one says Adam. And I bought them for $2 a piece, and I currently have them listed around $30, and I have 4 watchers on both of them. So that would be $38 profit before fees, of course. Also, along with estate sales, you have tag sales, yard sales, garage sales, and I found this Lily Pulitzer dress, new with tags. Come a little closer. Original price is $228, and you can see it's just cinched here at the waist and really flowy. I currently have this listed at about $80. And we all know that Lily Pulitzer does really well on the resale market. Another Lily Pulitzer that I have is this Paulina jumpsuit. So it's an entire one piece. It has these little belts here with the gold buttons or balls, and it's cinched here. And please go in the other room, Jamar. I'm gonna have to cut this video. Jamar, please go in the other room. I have to do it over. Okay. Along with that, it's another Lily Pulitzer one-piece jumpsuit. It's called the Paulina. It's cinched here. It's a jumper or romper. The retail price here is $188, as you can see. And I did pay up for both of these items because they were new with tags, and we know that Lily Pulitzer does sell very well in the selling market. So I would expect to get about $60 for this. Next, I want to talk about Facebook Marketplace. Now, some people on Facebook Marketplace are just looking to get rid of some items that they either can't return because it's past the return date, or they're just cleaning out, want to get rid of some stuff. And so they just sell things for a very cheap price. These right here are Zara high waist, slim, and it's the premium denim collection, new with tags. And what's interesting about these are the legs. They have little foot ends, and I haven't really seen these, so that kind of makes them unique. Anytime you find something unique, you want to go for it. And I did pay $5 for these, and I have them listed at $40, and I have 2 watchers already. So that definitely was a great find. I also grabbed these brand new Naturalizer ballet flats. They are a size 8, which is a great size. And they were in brand new condition, and I grabbed them for $5, and I could probably get around $30 for them. So another great find off of Facebook Marketplace. Now, I would not ask for items that someone was giving away to people in need or items for free and take advantage of. No, but I will buy something if someone is willing to sell it for that price. I will buy it if I know the value and resell it. For example, I don't have it here to show you, but I had a brand new Victorinox Swiss Army laptop backpack, new with tags. The guy just wanted to get rid of it, was selling it for $5. And I drove to purchase it. The next day, it sold for $60. So just a few examples of what I do is I go to the filters and I put on shipping. No, I do no shipping. I do local, and then I go to sort and I do newest first so that I can have first dibs on what people are selling. And if it's something you can make a profit on, why not? Next, I want to talk about ThreadUp. ThreadUp is a website you can go on that sells. They also resell clothing. And for example, right now, if you are a first-time subscriber to ThreadUp, you can get, I think, 60% off of your order. It may have changed by now, but this is a logo by Lori Goldstein, and Lori Goldstein does sell well. This reminds me of a nice fall floral piece. Here, I'll bring it up a little closer. You can see the nice color, the leaves, new with tags. I ended up spending under $30 on my ThreadUp order, and I got about 6 items, so that's about $5 a piece. And most of my items were brand new with tags, so it's a good option to get started for you. The next way to source that I want to talk about is retail arbitrage. And what that means is you go to an actual retail store or boutique when they're having a really good sale or clearance, and you find items that you can resell. So for example, the Lord & Taylor in my state, in my area, was going out of business. So they just had a huge liquidation sale, 60 to 80% off of everything. And on top of that, if you spend a certain amount, you get an extra 20% off. So they had, for all of the J. Crew items, buy one, get 3 free. So I would get a total of 4 J. Crew items for one price, basically. So these are all brand new with tags. I know that this is a spring piece, but as a reseller, you do want to start thinking about the next season a couple months ahead of time. And you also want to remember that it is warmer in other parts of our country. I'm on the Northeast and it's freezing out right now and snowing, but it is warmer in other areas. And eBay is an international shipping program, so you really don't know who you're selling to or what their climate is. So I keep items like this up year round. This it caught my attention because I did grab all of the larger sizes. This is an extra large because we know larger is harder to find. And these cute little ties here I think are adorable. It's V-neck in the front and back. And it also has this, it's called Reimagined by J. Crew. And it seems to me that this is an eco-friendly, it says Eco-Vero. So it's good for the economy. And we're all very conscious right now about sustainable clothing and energy. So I thought this was a great piece to pick up. I also grabbed, part of that haul was this J. Crew extra large. These sleeves are in now, these kind of bigger balloon type sleeves. It has a button in the back. Just kind of a basic spring shirt. And I put it up, and the next day I already had a watcher and I put it up for $38. So just selling one of these shirts, I'm going to make all my money back from the 4 shirts. So that's another thing you can do. Retail arbitrage is a little riskier because you do pay up most of the time. So I don't suggest just going in and buying a bunch of stuff. The plus side is that you can return the items. Unlike me, because this was a liquidation sale, all sales are final. So I did have to really make sure that the items I were picking were going to sell. But normally you have a 90-day window return window, and even with COVID, some of them are extended. So if something, you change your mind on it or it doesn't sell, you can always return it, which is great because most thrift stores and Goodwills you can't. It is a riskier way to resell, but I do think it's kind of fun to get out of the environment of the thrift stores. The next thing I'm going to talk about are consignment shops. So I have a consignment shop here near where I live that's for teens and young adults, and they will take your used or new items, and they'll give you cash on the spot for them, and you can use it for really whatever you want, but I used it to buy new items. So I did bring some things in, got some money, and bought some new clothes. Now this was, to my surprise, brand new with tags, Hudson skirt. It's called the Vivid Mini, size 29. It has this raw distressed hem here. And it was priced at $6. I really don't know who priced it, but I wasn't complaining. For a brand new Hudson, we know that Hudson is in demand and it sells well. So I should be able to, I see some listed online for about $68. Now I don't like to take too much advantage. I don't like to take advantage of my buyers. I try to price things reasonably. So I'm pricing this more around the $40 range. I think that's reasonable for a cute mini jean skirt like this. Now the next item that I found at the consignment store was this vintage Levi 2-horse brand black label leather jacket. It's a biker jacket. Here, I can put it on so you can see. The buttons all say Levi on them. And you can tell it's vintage by that. I saw one similarly listed for over $400. So that's what I listed it for, and we'll see what happens. I could always, when you're not sure about what something is worth, you can start it off with a bid at a high amount because you wouldn't want to lose money. And then if there's no interest, lower it. If there's no interest, lower it again. And that's a good way to figure it out. So that's what I plan to do on that one. I did pay up on that. I paid $16 for it, but I do know the value in vintage leather, and you can smell the leather, and especially anything vintage Levi's is very valuable, and you would not want to pass it up. Next is the basics. The thrift stores, the Goodwills. I got this at a Goodwill. It's just a Boston, a Red Sox men's, new with tags, extra large jersey type, authentic baseball wear. I did grab about 3 or 4 of them. I got them for $3.99, and I'll sell them for about $25. And I think because they were short sleeves, I don't know, all the shirts for $3.99. That's why it really could work to your advantage if you shop out of season, especially at Goodwills, because they will price jackets in the summertime at a super low price, or at the end of summer the dresses at a super low price. So it's always good to take advantage of that. I also found these Zara Women Premium Denim Collection wide leg crop pants, and they're in a red color. They're new with tags. It was the color of the day. If you go to Goodwill, you know that there's always a color of the day, and if you get that color, you get half off of the item. So this was priced at $19.99, so I did pay about $9.99 for them. But for the style, it's definitely worth it. Wide leg is really in right now, and it also has a raw distressed hemming on the bottom, which is also in style. And I already have a watcher on this. The other thing I found at that same Goodwill was these Flying Monkey jeans. They're gray, distressed. Here's what the logo looks like. This is also a very cool brand, so Resell. It's popular, and they're just your basic distressed skinny jeans. So I know these will do well. I think I paid $5.99 for them. Could probably get about 28. That same store, I paid $2 for this Marc by Marc Jacobs. Cute little women's top. It's Christmassy. It has ruffles, which are in the plaid. This would be a cute holiday top. And you can't go wrong for $2 for a high-end designer like Marc Jacobs. Next, I would like to talk about going to thrift stores when they have special deals. Now, I have a thrift store that's about a half-hour away, and once a month they call it Monday Madness, where if an item has been sitting for longer than a month and a day, you get 75% off of the ticketed price. And a lot of thrift stores will do this, so you need to ask them and pay attention. So this is the Tommy Hilfiger extra large, excellent condition pea coat. Just your classic basic pea coat. So I only paid $7 for it, and I have it listed a little over 40, and I have about 4 watchers, so that I was very excited about that. The rest of the items that I purchased, I actually got for $2, because a lot of them were listed at $8, and 75% off of that is $2. This is Lily Pulitzer, one of my favorites, and since they do sell a lot of dresses, like the dress I showed you before, the summer dress, this is a cute little white cropped cardigan cover up, and like I said, I paid $2. I have it up for about $29, and I already have 1 watcher. The next Lily Pulitzer, I need to steam this a little bit. Well, it's silk, I can't steam it. All of my clothes, I do steam them if they're new with tags, so that I don't have to take off the tags to wash them, obviously. And if they're used, I will wash them appropriately or steam them. But this is actually 2 pieces. There's a short sleeve shirt underneath it, and then the cardigan, and this is 77% silk and 23% spandex, and it's a size large, which is great. And this nice pink color, and I paid $2 for the set. Like, it was together, and I paid $2, so that is amazing, because I listed this for around $40. The next item I found there that I paid $2 for was this vintage, I know I'm really looking out on vintage, Guess denim jacket. Let's see here. I'm going to show you the sides. They're super cool. I love to put on these items because I would love to keep them. I actually end up keeping them sometimes, and my husband yells at me, so I try not to. But this is my size, and it's super cute. Again, anything vintage denim you want to grab for a reasonable price, of course. So this is really nice. Yeah, $2 for this, and I have it listed at $50 because this is worth it. This is vintage Levi's, so. The next thing I want to talk about, or the last thing that I want to talk about, are the Goodwill bins. And if you're not familiar with the Goodwill bins, you go in, it's called an outlet center, and they roll out these huge blue bins, and you pay per weight. I'm actually pretty lucky because I live in Connecticut, and in my state, it starts at about $1.88 per pound if you have under 10 pounds. This particular haul that I'm going to show you, I did fill up my cart and get about 50 pounds of items, so I paid 88 cents per pound. So what I'm going to be showing you is I grabbed, here, let me take it off the hanger, Page by Anthropologie. These are called the Skyline jeans. This is what the label looks like because, as you know, Anthropologie doesn't always list it. Now, the newer Anthropologie tags are saying Anthropologie on them, but there's really like 100 brands on the Anthropologie, so you really have to do your homework. These are your basic gray distressed skinny jeans. So these are about a pound, so I probably paid 88 cents for them. Can't beat that, right? And Mavi. So Mavi is another brand you want to look out for. These are actually more of a flared cut, but I really did like the line down the middle. I remember when I was in high school having a pair of jeans like this and the fading in the middle, and so I thought they were pretty unique. Again, so I paid about 88 cents for them. I also grabbed a pair of Mavi men's jeans. They're downstairs in storage right now, but I have 2 watchers on those already. Mavi does sell really well if you price them appropriately. I think I just priced them for $20, and I have 2 watchers on the men's jeans. Also at the same outlet bins, this vintage Reebok pretty blue color windbreaker. You know, this is just kind of a classic hooded mesh lining and weighs like nothing. So when you go to the bins and you see things like windbreakers or little silk tops, it's definitely worth getting because I probably paid about 30 cents for this because it barely weighs anything. So that's a win-win situation for me. The next was this Givenchy or Givenchy Monsoir blazer. It's always cool to find high-end designer items. This is a tweed. It has some, it's gray, but it has some pretty colors in here like red. Let's see, get a little closer. We all know that a lot of people aren't going to work right now, but I just wanted to grab it. It has the shoulder pads, which are in style, and again, it's high-end, so I didn't want to leave it. But just a hint, any type of loungewear or activewear is super big right now. That's what's selling the most for me. People are comfortable in their homes, working from home, staying home, or working out more, going for walks. So anytime you find loungewear or activewear, you really should pick it up if it's for a great price. And the last item I have is a brand I didn't know. It says Articles of Society from LA, and it has this distressing, this raw hem, and I went to list it, but then I put it on, and just look how adorable it is. It's super cute, and I could not let it go, so I'm keeping it. And that's also a great way to save money right now, especially during COVID and the holidays when you need extra money. I have a lot of my stuff is thrifted, so I know it saves a whole bunch of money to buy thrifted items. All you have to do is wash and clean them and you're good. Trust me, it's fine. So yeah, this is my item of the day. Usually when I post a video, I'll show you an item that I personally thrifted myself and love and will refuse to sell. So, oh, I have one more item from the Goodwill bins. This was actually my most important item and I almost forgot. These are brand new. They have the tags on them. Brand new Clark's women's 7.5 sandals. They are from the Ultimate Comfort Collection and they were brand new. And they weigh about a total of 12 ounces. So guess what? I paid about 40 cents for them. And I can sell these for about 30. So yeah, you really want to find out where your local Goodwill bins are and dive in, wear some gloves, bring some hand sanitizer, and grab one of those big IKEA bags and really see what you can find. So thanks for watching. I have my clothing rack over here to the side. I purchased it off of Amazon and I will link that in the description of this video. And please, 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 since this is only my second video, like and subscribe so I can get going with my YouTube videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.